Hey, we're live. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
excuse me. Welcome. I'm glad that was the first thing. That was
Welcome.
auditory on the
Welcome.
Welcome.
I got to do a quick podcast check here.
So we'll start with the ghosts.
Check one, check two.
Welcome.
This weird's acting funny. All right, we're good though.
Oh god, this is bent right at the mouthpiece. Hopefully this isn't a motherfucker to open. God damn it, Tavor. Starting to piss me off.
Take care of your beers. Well,
God, I am nervous for this. A triple kettle sour ale with champagne, grapes, blood orange, and tangerine.
wowzers. And apparently that they do a lot of spirit distilling as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, brewery and distillery. Gosamosa 36. Release number 36. 11.5%.
Oh, you're starting there.
Mm.
Okay.
Nom 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 nom.
All right. Well, let's address the people in the room here. We have
Hi, room people.
the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube audiences. Welcome to the 85th annual episode of
Joe Cinco.
the Brewnomics podcast. Today we're talking about movie soundtracks. It's going to be a fun day.
It should be a fun episode. Everybody loves a little good movie soundtrack. I wish we could afford rights to play clips of these songs.
Totes me. Totes.
Definitely not, though.
Definitely not. Yeah. It's out of our pay grade. Well, all right. Without further ado, I'll count us down and we'll get this thing going. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Hello again, everybody out there in podcast land. Thanks for tuning into another Brewnomics podcast. I'm Jerry.
I'm Paula.
And I am Vic.
Episode Ocho Cinco,
Achasinka.
85. Sorry about that mess up. You'd think we'd re-record, but what fun is that?
Yeah, well,
We
What mess up?
already hit the start button. So, gonna be a fun one. Talking about movie soundtracks, our favorite. So maybe you could say the best in that case. This was an interesting one, as we can talk into a little bit more detail when we're there on trying to determine the difference between a soundtrack and a score, and if there is such a thing. We'll talk about that later. But in the meantime, how you guys doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. My feet are not crackling. My balls are appropriately tempered. It's nice. How are you, sir?
Good. Just trying to open this first beer.
I'm happy to hear that your balls are evenly tempered.
Thank you.
I guess my balls are happy that your balls are happy.
Oh, good. We have this word sort of syncopus deal.
Yeah, it's like QEE.
Oh, yeah, the QEE.
The
It
QEE.
extends to the testes, too.
I think I dubbed a new terminology of the quantum entangled erection, or the QEE. It's fantastic.
You ever just you look at your friend from across the universe, look at him metaphorically, of course, and you know that you're both just hard at the same time for no reason?
It's interesting.
It's just how it works out sometimes. That's the QEE.
It's the QEE.
We all knew it was a phenomenon, but we didn't quite know the name.
It was never coined.
Yeah.
Now it is.
Now it is. You're welcome, America.
All right.
Welcome, world.
Okay, thanks for sticking with me on that one, guys. So first beer that I got here is an interesting one, I think. I was quite intrigued by it. It is from Seven Stills Brewery and Distillery. It is the Gosa Mosa, 11.5%. Whew, part of their Hype Can series. It is kind of a cool little label here. Says release number 36, whatever that means. But style here, we got a triple kettle sour ale with champagne grapes, blood orange, and tangerine.
It's that tangerine dream.
That's about what I got on this one.
Cool. Well, let's go over some untapped stats. So as JB said, sitting at 11.5% ABV. No IBUs are listed. This has an average rating of 3.51. that comes from 241 ratings on Untapped. It is classified as a sour or fruited ale. There's a quote here. It says, "You know, I like my mimosa with mostly champagne and just a kiss of OJ. Let's make that." It says a triple kettle sour at 11.5% with champagne, grape juice, fresh blood orange, and tangerine purees dried out by the amylase enzyme used in sparkling brutes, and just the lightest sprinkle of salt. This beer tastes like a mimosa from the sprightly bubbles and the fresh citrus juiciness all the way down to the dry tart notes clinging to retro nasal aromas of sparkling white wine as it leaves your palate.
Quite the description.
Yeah,
there.
man, they put some work into
Look at
that word
that.
choice.
So these guys are from San Francisco.
Yep.
And on Tavor, it was $7 for one.
Riri.
Which I mean doesn't seem too bad really for a 11.5% sour.
No, it does not.
We'll see. At the time I got it, it said this beer is too new for reviews, but it looks like it's updated that to 3.51. So not off to a bad start.
Nice.
Ooh, it smells like a mimosa.
Straight
Spot
up.
on smells like a mimosa.
Yeah, that amylase enzyme, that a little bit of acidity piece mixed with that juice.
I fucking nailed it.
Definitely a sour.
Yeah.
I get that pucker almost immediately,
Wow.
and then
yeah.
it just stays on your tongue.
It dances for sure. Doing a little early morning tap dance.
Easy.
Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. But not bad though. Really.
Dude, this is straight up a mimosa. If I drank this next to an actual mimosa, it would be kind of difficult to guess which one was the real. Like,
That'd be fun. Blind
Yeah.
taste test
yeah, it's
to do that to see.
quite spot on, man. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, I like that. 3.5 I think is a perfect rating. I'll agree right there. Put it at 3.5.
Absolutely. For what they were trying to go for, the style, the tasting choice, yeah, I'm gonna go with a 3.5 as well.
I like what they did with it. I love how they described it because it was very like there are some certain drinks I'm just like you described that and I'm just like I'm getting half of it.
Mhm.
With this particular beer, I'm getting all of it.
Nice.
I personally am not the biggest fan of that pucker.
Yep.
It's still like it's all over my tongue, just all over it. But I do like the way it tastes after just letting it sit. 3.25.
Nice.
Also, I'm not the like I used to love mimosas, and I think champagne just made me all tired and old.
Yeah, that is one thing. I definitely agree with mimosas. It's not my like. I'd rather just start drinking a beer in the morning because mimosas make me sleepy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Champagna.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it, but yeah, I just want to take a goddamn nap, man.
I guess the brunch doesn't really help with it as well.
Yeah,
Probably some
that's
truth to that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. A lot of savory, high calorie options you're eating with that definitely puts you down for a minute.
But if you're going to make a mimosa, make sure to get was it Santana DBX?
Oh yeah, make
It's
you
the
want to
only
have
one to
sex.
get.
Yeah, make you want to have sex.
It's amazing.
It's
All right.
good.
Well, still not bad overall. I think it's pretty tasty.
I do too.
Like I said, a 3.5 is not bad. So, shall we talk about some news while we finish up this booze?
Let's do it with this news and booze and but news and booze and
So let's start with something maybe a little bit more up your alley, but I thought this was kind of intriguing. There's a new NBC streaming service coming out because, of course, there is.
okay,
It's going to be called Peacock.
awesome.
That's a pretty great name, actually. And it makes perfect sense. It's going to come out April 2020. There's going to be a paid version, price undetermined, but then also an advert-based version. So my guess is it's not going to be very much. Show that's going to debut on it is Saved by the Bell.
Fuck yeah, that's
Reboot,
awesome.
Not the original.
Aw.
They're bringing it back, and Zach Morris is the governor of California.
Oh, really?
Yep, and it's supposed to be the same guy. I can't remember his name.
Mark Paul Gosselaar?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
And I believe Mario Lopez is on board.
Of course he is.
And the girl that played
Kelly Kapowski?
Yep, Kelly Kapowski.
I don't know what her
Tiffany
real name
Amber
is.
Thiessen.
Yeah.
There you
thank
go. Are all allegedly on board for it.
Dude, awesome.
I'm not sure much more of the detail on it than that. It's available, but I've never really cared about this show, but I know you guys do.
That's fair, man.
We
I
got-
hope they bring Screech back, aka Dustin Diamond. That'd be kind of interesting. He's a dickhole,
He is a
but
dick.
Yeah.
you just kind of got to see the whole thing come back, though.
Right? Yeah, so yeah, I think I've said it before. I watched him do his stand-up, Dustin Diamond.
Mhm.
Fucking terrible.
No, he's
not
yeah.
diamond rated.
No,
He's
it was bad.
not good.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
I'm not sure about that. How I feel about it, because how it was originally,
Mhm.
I feel like it can only happen during that time. You know,
Yeah.
Zach Morris, what he did, how he stopped time, yada yada yada. The somewhat family values, and yet sometimes they drink and whatever else, but then they got over it, and they're still good people. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, obviously, with him being the governor too, and the little bit I read seems like it's probably going to be pretty political,
Interesting.
and that's always a gamble with a show.
Does it still have an ensemble cast of teenage kids working through some morally ambiguous situations?
I sure hope so.
Okay,
I don't know.
interesting. Yeah.
They never said.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. I'm not sure now that Paula sort of makes that caveat. I do kind of hope. I wonder if they update it and kind of make it more relevant to today's time. So, but I don't know what that would look like.
Well, I mean, it is based in the same timeline as we are. I mean, they've aged appropriately for it.
They're still hot people.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah,
Obviously, Mario Lopez is. I haven't seen the other two.
yeah. Mark Paul Gosselaar he's still winning.
He's timeless.
still
yeah,
crashing.
Yeah.
kicking ass. He's Swedish, I think, too.
We were
Maybe?
just saying that earlier.
Yeah.
How they just don't age.
Yeah, they're
Speaks
beautiful,
to age well.
beautiful
Beautiful
people,
people, man.
beautiful people.
The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
I can't pick one.
All right. So next news, and this is something I'm really excited about. You guys know our friend Bert Kreischer.
Yeah,
I
Word.
guess we're not friends with him, but
the
we
machine.
can pretend. Yes, the machine. Legendary nabbed up the rights to produce and make a movie based around the machine story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there is sort of a little bit of contention with that too, because he kind of offhandedly claims that the Ryan Reynolds fucking movie that came out college. Can you help me out? What was the name of that one?
Van Wilder.
Yeah, he loosely claims because he went to the same college, and there was actually a reporter covering him at that time. And later on, this movie came out, largely depicting a lot of instances that Bert Kreischer was in. So he actually kind of strongly feels that Van Wilder was based on him. So yeah, absolutely. So the fact that he's coming out with actually this rendition of the film, kind of cool.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Huh, that makes perfect sense. And it has been long enough to where you can bring a story like that again. I wonder, who's going to play him? Because that's interesting. He is the producer of the movie.
Excellent.
So that's good.
That's a plus.
Yeah, I don't know. I just seen that all over the place, and I'm pretty excited about
That's
it.
pretty rad, man. I'm excited too. Let's get like a proper way to do that with the machine. Because if you've heard like the 25-minute version of the machine, you can watch it free on YouTube.
Exactly.
It's quite a situation. He goes over a lot of what happens in college too, so it's pretty rad.
We highly recommend. Exactly. Free on YouTube. Bert
Mhm.
Kreischer, The Machine. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
I'm really just curious as to who they're going to get to play a young Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, I don't know who you get. Like,
I don't know. I want to see pictures of what he looked like then.
yeah,
And then maybe go from there.
I don't
Can you
feel like he was
give it-
bearded.
Googs real quick. Bert Kreischer in college, and let's see if it pulls anything, or should we just move on?
Oh yeah, we can do that. I'll give it a quick googs. Bert Kreischer in college.
Oi.
I feel like I want to change my rating from this beer
Okay.
to a 3.0.
Oh,
It's sitting so sour now for me,
really?
and I love my sours.
Huh?
But it's just it's not pleasantly puckering for me.
All right.
Yeah, so he looks. This probably him mid to late 20s.
This still pretty much looks like him.
Yeah.
Just a little skinnier.
Yep, basically.
Okay, didn't help.
Always a dude that I want to be friends with. You know, like
absolutely.
truly.
I love Bert Kreischer. One of my favorite bits on YouTube is Something's Burning with Bert Kreischer, where he brings on like two other comedians and they just cook some random recipe and bullshit for like half an hour to 45 minutes. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude, Bert's great, man. I love him.
Mhm.
Love him.
He had that Travel Channel show, right? When he like went to amusement parks.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. I never watched it.
Oh, he talked heavily about that one. Actually, it was Joe Rogan who particularly got him out of doing those shows because he's like, "Are you trying to be?" Because he do stand up comedy like on the side, and he's like, "Dude, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to be on TV or are you trying to do a stand up comedy? Because I think you should be a stand up comedian. You're gonna kill it being a stand up comic." And Bert's like, "You're right. I got to do that." So that's what moved him from being a TV personality to being a stand up comic that we know today.
Oh shit.
Joe Rogan, man, it's great.
Well, I also think it helps him if he wants to come back into that particular line of work. Like people know his personality more. They know what kind of comedy he wants to put out instead of being family friendly all the time. Just
Mhm.
really just be dick out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's straight up dick out, fully erect, man.
But that show was very PG. Remember?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And that is not who Bert Kreischer is.
No, yeah, it's called Bert the Conqueror. I just thought of the name
That's
again.
right. That's right. Oh, all right. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
As you
absolutely.
can tell, we're fans of Bert Kreischer.
Love him.
Check out his podcast or don't. I don't care. Just listen to this one. All right. So moving on. Are you guys Chuck Palahniuk fans? I'm a huge Chuck Palahniuk fan.
Yep.
Yep.
He wrote Fight Club. The other movies that have been made out of his books are Choke with Sam Rockwell.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good one. Is that it?
Maybe.
I don't know, but he has a lot of amazing books. Like I said, Fight Club's the most popular one. Choke's a good one. Snuff is absolutely phenomenal. But he also writes, my all-time favorite is Invisible Monster.
Ooh.
Have you guys read that one?
I have not.
Have you
Yeah,
read
you
it,
gave me the
Paula?
book.
I
And I
thought
gave
so.
it back after like 7 years.
Yeah, it's a really good book. It starts out where it's like this super hot supermodel with a perfect life gets in a terrible car accident and her face is scarred and her life goes down and her and her super weird drag queen best friend have to pretty much reinvent themselves in this whole turning around story. But it's very colorfully written, super graphic in a lot of ways, but also kind of inspiring and really fucked up. But it's great, and it's officially going to be turned into a TV show.
Oh, a TV show.
Not a
show.
movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a movie. I've always wanted it to be a movie because the way he writes, it's kind of hard to explain. But one thing they do is they kind of hop around all these different really fancy houses that are for sale, like super millionaire. They pretend to be millionaires to buy these houses, and they'll like raid old ladies' pill cabinets and stuff and just steal a whole bunch of shit from them. But it's the way Chuck Palahniuk writes. He's a super visual writer. He just paints a beautiful picture for you. And the way he does a lot of these things, I've always thought that would make a fucking dope movie scene, whatever it is. So I'm pretty excited to see that it's done. I don't know what network or streaming service it's going to be on. I couldn't find that. The only thing I found was the showrunner is going to be Jennifer Yale, who was the showrunner and producer for Legion. Which has got great reviews, and Outlander, which is a Netflix original, which I haven't seen, but that's also been a pretty well-received show.
Huh.
So,
Interesting.
So she's kicking ass.
Kicking ass. But it's just, I don't want to spoil too much of this book for you, because if you're a reader, if you like Chuck Palahniuk, Fight Club, anything like that, you got to get this book and read it. It is phenomenal. And then see what this show has to offer.
Well, I'm excited.
I got to see if I can find the book. I'll let you read it, Vic. If not, I'll probably buy it again because I want to have it.
Right on.
It's important to read, people.
It really is. Yeah.
Tell us what your favorite book is that you want to be made into a TV show or movie that hasn't.
Lullaby. Movie.
Yeah.
Movie.
Movie for sure. That would be that has to be
Another
a
Chuck
movie. Another
Palahniuk.
Chuck Palahniuk one.
I think he's a writer on pre-production of that as we speak, actually. I'm just have his
Oh,
IMDb
shit.
page popped up here.
Oh,
So
that would be
not
amazing.
wish granted.
Oh,
Look at that.
wow. Good call, man. Lullaby would be phenomenal. Especially they could almost do that one in the like style of the Ballad of Buster
Dude,
Scruggs.
it'd be heartbreaking.
Except all with him. Oh yeah, it's not a pleasant.
No? Okay. Yeah.
But it's again, you gotta read it. All right. God, so many of his. He is hands down my favorite author. I fucking love Chuck Palahniuk. No, I guess you're looking at it. Oh, you don't have it up there. Can you spell his name without looking?
Palahniuk?
Palahniuk, yeah.
Probably not. Palhunick.
Not too bad. What about you, Paula?
Palinuk?
I forgot the
Because
guy.
I never can. I've read like 8 of his books, and I still don't know how to spell his fucking last name without looking at it.
P-A-L-I.
Nope.
Okay.
Palahniuk.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, I was thinking that the second time around.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course, you're gonna get that, but
Yikes.
yeah, interesting.
Yeah, he was also on Joe Rogan's podcast as well. Interesting
When?
mind. Oh, it was a few months back. 2 to 4 months ago.
Okay, I must have missed that one. I'm gonna go have to dig that one out.
Yeah, it was quite a fascinating
No shit.
podcast.
Okay. Oh, his mind is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I had a lot of respect for that man after that, and it made me want to read more stuff. And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I had things to do. And
Yeah.
then I didn't get to it.
He's such a well-researched author too. Like he's not gonna write about something that he doesn't know incredibly well.
That's more power to him then.
So-
Right on.
Anyways, okay. Enough Chuck Paul.
Enough Chuck.
Enough Chuck.
Moving on.
Moving on. So you remember how you, Vic, a few episodes ago were talking about how we better get a final season of Glow because we didn't know and it was up in the air?
Yeah.
I got confirmed. We are getting a 4th and final season of Glow.
Fucking nice.
Yep. They just
Right
confirmed
on.
it on their Instagram account, did a little teaser, and they just said season 4, the final match.
The final.
So I love that name. Don't know what it's going to be about, but obviously we need some closure for a lot of things that are happening. And
Yeah.
I like 4 seasons with this one because, already 3 seasons is interesting because Glow got 2, the original series of Glow.
It only
wrestling,
received 2.
It only
Okay.
received 2, and before they watched the documentary, before essentially Sam got married, not to Britannica, but to just an actual woman. But she hated the idea of him being around all these women. You're going to cheat on me. You can't do it anymore. So he just stopped when they were actually doing really, really well. So yeah, the season is already, or Glow, the Netflix series has already gone well beyond what actually happened because now it's just like an inspired by, but they've created their own phenomenal universe.
That's rad, man.
But the idea of it being 4 more and just kind of closing it, I think is good because I hate it when they fucking drag shows out.
Absolutely. Like, know when you need to be in, know when you need to be out. Very
So,
cool.
We'll see, but we are getting it.
That's awesome, man. That's good news. I like that.
What are you guys talking about? So that I got a tickle in my throat.
We're just gonna listen to Jared just cough now. Dude, I got fucking nailed by a coworker earlier in the week when he was like, "You haven't seen Breaking Bad?" And then he wouldn't leave me alone from Monday to Friday. He's like, "There's something wrong with you, man. You should watch Breaking Bad. Come to my house. Watch Breaking Bad with me. I'll buy the beer. I'll do a barbecue. Watch Breaking Bad with me." And I was like, "Bro, I don't got no time. Make time. You and me, the whole weekend."
Wow. You and
Breaking
me right now.
I
Whole
say do
weekend.
it, dude. If
Breaking
he's
Bad.
trying beer, barbecue, and Breaking Bad, sounds like a great time to me.
You know, I just honestly, I know I've heard it's a great show. I know it got all the awards. I just not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I was like, dude, nothing against you or anybody else. I'm just saying, man,
Well,
you're not gonna watch my shit.
Sure, and that's fair. My only argument is it's not very long. It's only 5 seasons, 10 episodes ish each. So you don't have to sit there and like put yourself through grueling hours and hours of viewership to get what the show has to offer. And it has become such a mega pop culture icon. It's one of those shows that's hard to be a complete pop culture fanatic without watching Breaking Bad.
I mean, from you guys, I feel like I know all about it already. And from Star Wars,
Oh,
like I've
exactly.
seen it like through like just YouTube bits. you know?
Yeah, parodies and all
Yeah.
these different things. But I don't know. I get not wanting to watch it. It's it's a rough one, but it's a phenomenal show.
Yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I sort of commend you on that. Like, well, yeah, way to stand your ground.
I mean, like
Appreciate
someday I'll
it.
probably pull like a Vic and watch like how Vic watched all the Lord of the Rings. You know, I'll probably maybe watch Breaking Bad at some point.
Oh
but
yeah,
not now.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think the reason I think he's probably asking about that is probably the movie El Camino that's been
Mhm.
confirmed. That's
It's
gonna
about
come.
to drop on Netflix
Yeah.
like October 6th or something like that, if I recall. Right.
Oh yeah, it's super early. That's
It's
right.
coming. It's right around the corner.
Which is the 6 seasons in a movie. They didn't do 6 seasons, but
Close enough.
it's close enough.
5 seasons in a movie.
Yep. So yeah, that's probably what's like. Dude, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. He just wants a shared experience.
With somebody
He wa-
finally.
He wants to connect to you.
He wants to fuck.
What
It's not the
Jerry
first
said.
time someone's offered that.
Oh,
Or
Hmm?
asked that. Or
Is he
wanted that.
or is he married?
Yeah.
Is he into cuckolding? Maybe that's what he wants. He
I
wants you
think
to
so.
Maybe.
He wants to see you with your pants down, see what you're working with.
I mean, look at me. I'm
Yeah.
not surprised the guys want to hook up with me.
Yeah,
No, or he wants to watch his wife hook up with you.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what cuckolding is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's redirect him to polyhesopretty.com. We'll get him into the XXX category, and then
There you go, guys.
he'll just see you with your pants down, and that'll give him what you need to know.
And then we'll
from
put on
there.
the Brewnomics website.
Well, yeah.
I'm just
that'll-
saying.
That'll have to be the Patreon.
Patreon. Yeah. That's a high dollar cost. We get it. We get it. He's a pretty guy, but you got to pay top dollar for that pretty name.
You got to pay the toll.
To get into this.
Boy
Boy
soul.
toll. Troll toll. Boy soul.
All right. Last bit of news.
Do it.
At least for me, unless you guys come up with something else. And if you do, fucking great. Fucking great.
Sweet.
And if you don't, that's fine too.
Cool beans.
All right. So Ryan Reynolds, speaking of him,
Good old R squared. Huh?
and Will Ferrell are getting together to lead a Christmas Carol musical comedy.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Interesting thing, there's no studio yet. So they don't have anybody that's picked it up.
So they've basically said, we're going to do this project. Whomever picks it up can pick it up.
Which is interesting because it would have just been like, well, it'll be a Gary Sanchez production. But they ended that. That's not a thing anymore.
Nope.
Right? So who knows? They have a director, though. It's going to be Sean Anders, who's the guy that did the Daddy's Home movies with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, which I've heard are good, but I don't care.
I have zero want to watch any of those movies, but I heard they're good.
Yeah.
From Jerry.
But
just now.
No, but they do
They're good
actually,
by proxy.
overall, they are pretty well received.
Oh well, that's fair.
Oh, well.
Not sure.
But I would watch a fucking Christmas Carol musical comedy with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. That's for goddamn sure.
I'd watch the fuck out of that, man. I'd watch it 5 times, 6 times on Sunday, bro.
I feel like that's too many times for one day.
Never.
Sure.
It's never enough.
All right. I mean,
Yeah.
but like for one day,
Maybe.
that's a lot.
Sure.
If it's an hour and a half movie, that's still like your whole day.
Yep.
Well, if it's during Christmas, I like to turn on that live fire. Remember? You know,
The
Oh, yeah.
fireplace.
and just
thing.
kind of just sleep all day.
I-
Do it.
See, I turn on the Ron Swanson one where he's just drinking scotch for like 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fireplace. That's amazing.
Could be enough. It could be too much for some, but for me, it's just the right amount. Boo. All right. Well, I guess we're here now.
Sorry, that's technical.
Oh, okay.
You got some TDs.
Got some TDs. Yeah.
You guys want to drink another beer?
Of
Most
course.
definitely.
Cool. This is going to be a wildly different beer than what we just drank, and I think it'll be a nice change of pace.
Hooray.
This is one that I just found interesting because it's a collaboration from 2 phenomenal breweries that I thought was interesting that they collaborated. I don't know why I thought it was interesting. It just did. Okay. I
Interesting.
just did.
Sorry, I just I remember I looked something up about the Ghost Mosa from Seven Stills. You said you had paid 7 for that on Untapped?
On Tavor.
On Tavor, okay. It is a $9 12-ounce draft at the tap room for this
Oh.
beer.
No shit.
You got a steal.
I
man.
got a fucking
Fuck.
steal of a deal.
Yeah, I forgot
But
that
although I
checked
bet
that.
having that on draft is probably something a little bit different.
That's true. That's true. But I did want to share that cost point.
Thank you. Interesting. Wow, that is a steal. And this, unlike last episode, I double checked to make sure that was the right price. I still can't believe that, dude. Oh, I get such a good deal. Okay, so this is the breweries that I enjoy that collaborated here are Double Mountain and Barley Browns. And this is called the Coyote Sunset. It is an IPA at 6.7% and 55 IBUs. That's right where I like a beer to be. That's pretty much my favorite balance.
Dude, new Jaeger name, Coyote Sunset.
Oh my God, that's
Dude.
fantastic.
Fuck yes. Great. And it takes 2.
It takes 2,
It
man. You
takes
got to
2. They
drift.
fucking rode that drift together. Well, Paula. Well done. Well done.
Brewnomics Jaeger.
So here's the cool thing about this bottle and kind of what attracted me to it, besides the fact that it's Double Mountain and Barley Brown. So that's a win-win right there. And Coyote Sunset, great name, great level. The bottle's a little interesting looking, right? So Double Mountain is out of Hood River, Oregon. Barley Browns, I think they're also out of Oregon. It doesn't say on the bottle, so I'm not sure. It just says where Double Mountain is, because I think they were the main ones. But either way, so Oregon's all about the recycling, which I like. This is an interesting little stubby bottle. It's 500 milliliters, 1.9 ounces, and on the side of it, it says refillable. So in Oregon, you could buy this and go back to their tap house and have them refill this same bottle for you, so you can continue to use the same thing.
Interesting.
Just
Yeah.
recap it. I love that.
Beautiful.
I think that's phenomenal.
Barley Browns, I did some research. Barley Browns is from Baker City.
Oregon. Okay, so just
So-
down the road.
Baker City to Hood River. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So nice Oregon collaboration. On the bottle, it says, "He's surprised to see you, and like you, thirsty, howling with aromas of juicy, ripe fruit and the hope of rain." Sorry. And the hope of rain. This beer is refreshing with a bite of kind herb and citrus rind. All right.
We got kind herb in this beer.
Kind. That's interesting. I have like a few different like elements of what a description is on that one, so that's kind of fun.
Tell us what those different elements are.
Sure. So on Untapped, this is sitting at a 6.7% alcohol by volume. It's 45 IBUs, 3.73 overall rating derived from 1,043 ratings on Untapped. And the description reads on Untapped, "The color of this West Coast IPA reflects the gaze of a coyote staring at you as the sun sets on the high desert of Oregon. He's surprised to see you, and like you, thirsty. Teeming with juicy ripe fruit and a hope of rain. This beer is quenching with a bite of a kind herb and citrus rind." So kind of a little different, little similar.
Well, I think the dogs saw the coyote after he had poured the beer.
True.
I put him outside to fight the coyote.
They did.
I hope they win.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I was like, yikes.
It's 2 against 1.
It's 2
Yeah.
against 1.
They'll figure it out.
But Daisy's a pussy and Evie's old, so she's still a fighter though.
She's still a fighter. Yeah. Fun.
Smells wonderful.
It smells amazing.
Smells wonderful. What a great smelling beer. I'm excited to try this one, so I'm gonna try it.
I really, 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 really like this
Oh,
beer.
that's an American IPA, right?
It's an
there.
amazing
Fuck
beer.
Yes, it is. Oh,
Mhm. Keep moaning. Let me hear it.
yeah, that's good.
It's on a moan.
Yeah, he had 2 orgasms just now. And because my erection is quantumly entangled, I had 2 erections and
You're welcome.
2 gasms.
And my balls are
Mhm.
warm. I'm assuming yours are warm too. Wow, this is a
Wow.
weird friendship. This is a
It is.
friendship building episode, guys.
Yeah, the trigasm
It's
It's a trigasm.
Trigasm.
coming in threes.
T-shirt, man. Poster, bumper sticker.
Dude, it's really like the
Put it on my gravestone.
coming in threes just has like a background of the Triforce on it. Like
Oh God, I really hope that I feel so bad if they just listen to this podcast, be like, "Oh, I hope this is going to be a nice professional beer review," and all this
yeah.
talking about coming cubed. Oh no, that'd be 4.
Yeah. No, you're right. That'd
No,
be 3.
that'd be 3. Yeah, coming cubed.
Yep. T-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt again.
Or boy band.
Coming cubed.
Is that K-pop?
Sure, I'm down.
K-pop's coming cubed. I
Dude.
mean, the alliteration.
We are international. We are universal.
Worldwide.
Brewnomics worldwide.
Worldwide, international.
Oh, okay.
How's this beer?
Should we get back to
guys?
this beer?
Yeah.
373. What do you guys think about that?
It's a good rating. Immediately, I gave it a 3.75 when I tasted it.
I think that's about perfect. I can't remember what I paid for this one. I want to say for the little over a pint, it was about $5.50.
Not bad.
So not bad.
bad.
Pretty
Yeah.
well priced. I'm pretty sure that's actually what it was. I want to say it was actually $5.55. I think I picked it up at the co-op.
Noise.
But either way, I picked it up. Yeah, 375. Very good beer. What do you think, Vic?
Oh yeah, I go 375 as well. Good bill, good beer, solid American IPA. Also, I love the fucking description of this one. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
absolutely. Great collaboration. And if you like a classic American IPA, this is the epitome. It doesn't really get much better than this, I don't think.
Mm-mm. Great collabo. Great collabo. Once again, great Jaeger name. Good call, Paul.
Great
Love it.
Jaeger name.
Coyote Sunset, damn, bro.
Yeah.
But yes, I think the 3.73 is an app rating. 3.75 when I first had it, but the more I drink it, I'm getting it to 4.
Ooh.
You're flip flopping, man. That's what the Democrats do.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. All right. Great beer. No, if you're into that this style beer, IPAs or anything, you absolutely have to try this one. It is a phenomenal adult beverage.
Really is, yeah.
Said perfectly balanced. I love that 55 IBU, 6.7% ABV. Right where it should be. Right where it should be.
Straight
What else
up.
you got for news? Paula, Vic, or should we end that?
I have nothing very prepared, so I'm good. I'm good for this week.
Well, I think we heard that good old Smallville is coming to the crossover.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you do have something.
Well, yeah, I just didn't really research it very well, but I'll give you my
Well,
off the cuff
he's coming,
surface.
and that's
Yeah.
really the most important thing, right? He
Well,
came.
yeah, we got Tom Welling
Sure.
confirmed,
I felt
Erica Durance, aka Lois Lane. We're not sure about Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor or
hope so.
Kristen Kruk's Lana Lang. So yeah, there. Smallville is reprising a lot of major roles coming back into Infinite Crisis. So
What's going to happen is that Michael Rosenbaum comes as an alternate Earth Flash. I hope.
That would be
Dude,
even cooler
that would be
than
rad.
him coming
Well,
in as Lex Luger.
because there was talk of him coming in the last season, but that never particularly happened. He was supposed to be fucking what is it, Godspeed? Is that right?
Really?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, so I guess I didn't tell you guys because it didn't happen. So, but yeah, he was talked up or rumored to be Godspeed. And that particular character was never unmasked.
He never was.
That would be so cool.
So we
I
don't know.
really like Michael Rosenbaum. He's such an interesting human being. He has one of my favorite podcasts.
Dude, he's fantastic. I love him.
Shout out to Inside of You. Recommend that one. So I would love to see him come back into it because I still think he likes that universe. I think he would enjoy it. I wonder maybe why he didn't. Maybe he doesn't. But from what my understanding is, he seems to be listening to his podcast. He enjoyed it. And he would be down to do some more stuff for it. I don't know if he'd want to shave his head again.
Right? Yeah.
I'd shave my head to play Lex Luthor.
Yeah, because the guy who's currently doing Lex Luthor, at least in Supergirl's Earth 1 right now, he was one of God, what's his name? He's got a full head of
No, they do have Lex Luthor because I remember they're doing like Lana Luthor or something.
Yeah, his stepsister or half sister, whatever, adopted sister. I don't know. It's one of
Whatever the
those.
fuck it was.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Supergirl series, but
Neither am I. Neither am I. But hey, Michael Rosenbaum, if you're listening to this, and I know you aren't, come back.
Get back at us. Slide into our DM.
Okay. Well, I think if that's it for the news, if you guys are all right, let's take a quick break and then come back and get into our favorite soundtracks.
Cool beans. Sounds good.
Just make it hot and heavy.
Listen to this ad. We'll be right back.
Cool.
Thanks for watching, people. Names I can't read.
What are we at time wise?
We're at 36 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Taking a break. Probably gonna stop these. Or, yeah.
Yeah, Facebook is fine. Come back in 3 minutes.
Who's that? My Papa Well. Oh, hey, we went to high school. No, he's fine. Yeah.
Little Gonzo. I'm gonna wave at you. And then I'm gonna end this. Kick ass.
Can you, well, if you want to hit that fan.
Share a story. Yeah, I'll hit it. I hit it so hard.
You hit that fan.
I guess I don't need to pee. I'm not too sure. What's up, Mike? How are you? Thanks for watching. I hope you're still watching. If you're not, then that's cool. If you're listening, that's still cool. Hi, YouTube. I can't see who's watching on YouTube. Nope, can't see. But thanks for watching. If you are watching. I'm just gonna sit here. Do stuff. Do nothing. Talk to myself. Nobody. Fucking nobody. Except for Mike Popwell. You're kicking ass. You're kicking ass, Mike. Hey, Mike, if you DM us your address, I will send you a beer opener. Mike, only person watching. DM Brewnomics your address, and I will send you a beer opener. Also, YouTube, if anyone's actually watching at this particular time live, DM us, Brewnomics, your address, and I will send you a beer opener. Has a timestamp, though. Like, it has to be today or sometime during the week. Otherwise, fuck you.
How's your monologue? God damn it, Evie.
It was okay. I probably had to pee like midway through, but I don't pee now. Oh, I don't want to force it.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't force it.
It's not healthy. I was telling Mike if he's actually watching to DM us his address, and I'll send him a beer opener. Just to prove that he's watching.
I don't think he is watching anymore.
Nope. But still on his phone or whatever it is. So that's nice enough.
So, God, I need a fucking haircut. Coming back in, do you guys want to go straight to a beer, or do we want to do like an introduction, each pick a movie, run through some honorable mentions or something, and then do a beer? She's like, what's happening? I think I pinned pretty much all of them.
No, I feel like nice.
Yeah.
I kind of got like I didn't really make it be this way purposely, but I kind of got a game of songs. If you guys want to name the movie,
That'd be amazing.
like songs that you should recognize from that movie.
Sure. Yeah, I would absolutely.
And I guess I'll take a drink if you get it right,
Okay.
and then you'll take a drink if you get it wrong. Yeah.
So we'll start with the game then.
Or whenever. You know, we can do it at the end of it maybe if you're feeling just so frisky, have drinks or.
I've had plenty of drinks. I'm feeling good. Whatever. Oh, it's my food.
Probably go wash your hands.
I want you to get hepatitis C.
Okay, good. So, I was
That's
telling Zach
terrible.
this.
I do not want to. I do not. Will not put that evil on you. I take it back. I'm
What the
sorry.
evil me, Ricky Bobby? Oh, we have sons. 2 beautiful sons.
Legs are taken.
Wait, so sorry. We're doing a beers or a game?
Well, I think we should at least open the beer for time's sake. If we're at 30, want to keep it during a certain limit, and then go with that beer. Then we can go into like the movie maybe if you want, or should we?
Well, I just don't know because we still have our beers, and if we finish on a beer and come back on a beer, is that too quick going beer to beer?
That was my
That's
thought
my
as
thing.
well.
Okay. Well,
You know,
cool. Yeah, I'm not looking at the time, so we're at 30, 40.
36.
Okay.
So we're making pretty decent time.
Yeah, it's actually a lot better than we normally do.
So
So why don't we just pick a movie each then, or one movie, and then we can kind of just like free ball it from there, or we can just have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
Just want to free ball it. Just someone's like, I like this, and we're like, all right, let's talk about this. And someone's just like, I like this, and then we're like, I like this. Or
I'm kind of thinking just for like flow's sake, it might be nice to do sort of that game first, and then we could go from the game to the beer, and then we can go into our favorites, or we can keep it pretty loosey goosey. Also,
I kind of like the idea of what you just said.
okay.
I like the idea of loosey goosey when it comes to like the movies like we choose, because there's so many. Like you guys
when
like
when
did
it
a
comes to
shit
the
ton.
movies, we
Yeah.
choose yes for the flow of the beer. I do like the idea of coming back, you doing the game, us drinking the beer, and then have a loosey goosey conversation,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then finishing on a beer.
Okay.
Sound good?
Cool.
Cool.
I dig it.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's do that.
All right.
Thanks for sticking through that with us, people that aren't watching anymore. You fucking cunts. Just kidding. I love you.
got you, good fuckers.
$20, I'll call him a chicken fucker.
For $20, I'll call him a chicken fucker. God damn it, Farva. What is this baby brewing? Oh, just do this. Okay. What do we got left? The double mountain. Oh, then we just drank that motherfucker. Okay, so the two beers.
We'll do our I tap that next, which is the Bear Island Jerkoweizen. Jerk-off-Weizen.
Gotcha.
Jerk-off-Weizen drinking this beer. I don't know. It just happened. Okay.
Gotcha. All right.
So, Paul, you bring us back then.
Sure.
Okay. Weird. Okay. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, Brew Crew. Really hope you enjoyed that little piece of information that you had just learned, ingested into your fucking brain. You are welcome. Right now, we kind of want to play a game with you guys, a game that hopefully you'll play along with us.
Yeah, play with us.
Play with us.
Bring protection.
No.
No,
Maybe not.
I
don't.
like to raw
don't.
dog it.
No,
Yep.
yeah, I like to brisket.
Let's make a baby.
A beautiful multicultural baby.
Mm-hmm.
All three of us.
Yep. All ethnicities and nationalities represented.
We'll named it Cece.
Mix that semen. What?
What?
So this game I want to play with y'all. It's I have a list of movies that you should really just know the movie when you hear the song, or the name of the song at least. And if Jerry or Vic get it right, I will take a drink. You will hear me slurp. If they get it wrong, they have to take a drink. You will hear them slurp or gulp or swallow.
For all
Get
those
ready for that.
ASMR.
Yeah.
All the above.
Let's do
So why don't we
this.
get in this game, huh, guys? You
Let's
ready?
get into
You
it.
ready? You ready? You ready? First song. I'll make it easy. Danger Zone.
Archer?
Oh, Top
Oh,
Gun.
Top Gun.
Oh, I'll drink for Vic.
Nice.
But Archer, that's damn. I mean, I'll drink to that too.
I like how that was the first one that came to your mind. That was interesting. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Danger Zone.
Well done. Staying alive.
Boogie
Oh.
Nights.
No, Saturday Night Fever.
God damn it.
Boom. Boom. I'll take half a drink for that. I'll slurp for that.
Nice. I've never seen that movie. I'm just aware of it.
Ah, good job, Vic. Good job, Vic. But well done. I don't want to miss a thing.
Armageddon.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. This game's called Get Paul Fucked Up.
What do we play?
To get fucked up.
I believe I can fly.
Space
Oh,
Jam.
There you go. There you go,
Nice.
Jerry.
Nicely done.
Right off the bat. You should know that.
Still taking a celebration drink.
I took a drink too. I was impressed drink. Yeah.
If you guys miss this, I'll be so pissed off. I'll make a man out of you.
Mulan.
Mulan. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. These are pretty easy. Let's be honest.
Oh, I was
But
impressed.
you should
yeah.
know these songs though. In these
Yes.
movies, you should.
I feel good about it.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Fievel Goes West. An American Dream. No. Shit.
Very close. I would say that time frame of movie. Classic movie. I could be wrong about this too. I'm just now thinking about it. So the brew crew thinks I'm wrong, then I'll chuck a beer on video for them.
Source Fievel Goes West.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
First, they did it first.
They did.
Pretty sure it's also Fievel Goes West.
You're probably
You're-
right.
You're,
yeah.
probably not wrong, dude. You're probably not wrong.
It's the mouse sings it to his sister, or his sister sings it. They sing it together. It's a little beautiful.
Aw,
Well,
that's cute.
now you're just pulling at my heartstrings.
Yeah, look at that. You got a friend in me.
Fievel Mouse. It's
Oh.
Toy Story.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go. If you get this wrong, I swear to God. Men in Black.
Mystery Men.
I was thinking Wild Wild
Wild
West.
West.
Is it Men in Black?
There you go, Vic. There you go, Vic.
I was saying, nod your head. That was the second Men in Black.
That was the second or third Men in Black.
Gotcha.
And then one more. My movie, my superhero movie.
Whoa.
I don't. What?
My movie, my superhero movie is the name of the song. Take a drink, please.
Yeah.
Make it loud. Make it strong. QEE all day. All day. It's from the Teen Titans Go movie.
Oh, which is surprisingly good.
Yeah,
Yes. And
very
Robin, they're like, Robin, you should get your own superhero movie. He's like, I should get my own superhero movie. And then he starts singing. And the chorus is, my movie, my superhero movie.
That's
Damn,
amazing.
That's
It's
awesome.
amazing. Well done, guys. Well done. I am faded.
Well, let's get more faded.
With another beer.
With another beer.
We sort of broke ranks there of our general Untapped, our general Idaho. I'd tap that beer. Whoa, sorry, I got weird with my words there. We usually do that right after the break, but we wanted to play that game because Paula had it on tap for us. So let's get into our I'd tap that beer.
Yeah, which is?
Which is, according to JB, he has the Jerkeweizen.
I meant, what's the I tap that?
Oh, okay. All right. Man, okay, that game got me messed up. So the I Tap That is a beer that we highlight from a local brewery from Idaho, and we collectively decide to drink it if it is up to our standards, if it is good enough for us to all to want to get a keg of it, maybe a pony keg, maybe a big ass keg, and we just want to continually drink this for as long as we possibly can. We would tap this beverage, not sexually, but mechanically.
We will put it inside us.
It will get inside us.
Of you.
So yes, as I stated earlier, through that clunky transition, we had a Jerkeweizen from Bear Island Brewing.
Bear Island, a Boise local, of course. I think we talked about them a little bit last week, so we'll talk about them again. Except we didn't drink their beer last week. It was just an event they're doing. Anyways,
Can clunky transition be like a thing for us?
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you can do a smooth one. That's anybody can do that.
What
But to
fun
do a
is that?
clunky one, yeah.
Yeah.
There it
So
is.
my favorite thing is, again, if you are in the military or if you were in the military, go visit Bear Island. They are veteran owned. It is always happy hour for you.
Always.
Paula, what do we got on Untapped?
For the Jerkenweizen?
Yes.
The Jerkenweizen?
Jerkeweizen.
Jerkeweizen. It is a Jamaican jerk style ale crafted with Hefeweizen yeast to add the banana notes in a harmony with the spices. Spices?
I like spices.
Spices?
Yep.
Because I don't call them geese, I call them gooses.
I call them geese in. Gotta watch out for them geese in.
It's very haunting. I wouldn't want to fuck with a group of geese.
Nope. Sounds Japanese, but I just No.
Fucking running at you behind like baby metal.
Oh, straight up, yeah.
It is
Woo.
based off their cousin Jamaican jerk sauce recipe. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Oh, it's made in collab with Old Chicago Boise Fort Ale for 2017. Very cool.
Wow. Yeah, I
Very,
didn't
very
realize
cool.
this was made in collaboration with Old Chicago Boise. That's pretty
It's
interesting.
interesting by
That's
itself.
kinda
Yeah.
cool. All right. So not many check-ins, only 98, but 77 ratings at 3.51. Second beer of the night we've had with a 3.51 rating and Untapped.
Super weird.
So you guys ready for a spicy Caribbean jerk Hefeweizen?
Fucking
No, I'm not sure, man.
I just tried a little sample of this. I picked this up at Copenross, the growler station here in Boise. It was $7.99, $8
for a crowler.
for a crowler, 32 ounces. So always a phenomenal price.
Jeez, yeah, it's great.
And it's fresh too, right off. So what do you guys think? Smell, taste, look?
Very aromatic off the nose, man.
Oh yeah, you can smell the banana, you can smell the yeast, you can smell the spiciness to it. There is a lot going on here. It's nowhere near as like cloudy as your typical Hefeweizen would be. A little bit, a lot more clear. Not a lot of carbonation on this one.
All on the back end for me.
Mhm.
You know, you get like right when you swallow it and you just breathe out a little bit, you get the jerk flavoring. You know, like
Oh,
Top of your
that
throat.
is interesting,
Mhm.
man.
Wow.
The way it just dances on your uvula.
Oh, you're googly, yeah.
Huh.
I thought it'd be spicier. It is not. It's not off-putting.
No, it's very well balanced.
It
I
is-
like the
yeah.
sweet, then the spicy finish there. This is a complex, interesting adult beverage.
Absolutely. That Hefeweizen provides a solid base for that like Caribbean jerk spice to just really shine. That is a solid balance, man.
This is going to be an interesting one for me because here it is. I definitely enjoy this. No two ways about it.
Yep.
It's good conversation beer.
Yep.
It's a lot going on. It's fun. But do I want it often enough to tap it? I don't know. Because a 3.5 is a good rating. 3.5 is a wonderful rating. You think a 3.5 is a very tappable rating. Or is it a 3.5 because it does what it does very well? It represents itself very well. It spot on with its taste profile, smell profile. It's fun. But I don't know if I tap it. Maybe.
What's your reservation? Well, I guess you can think about it. I guess we can continue to share, see what you think.
let's
I think
continue to
overall, it's
share.
drinkability. As a beer, it's amazing. You know, it's one to be experienced. But do I want this in a pony cake? At least.
At least, yeah. 1.5 liters.
Do you want to drink all 32 ounces of this by yourself, just the crowler?
Like a bomber would be good. Yeah, I think I would.
I'd be okay
I
with
wouldn't
it.
do a 6-pack.
Yeah.
By yourself. That means once it's open, you have to drink it.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
close a crowler and put it back in the fridge.
No.
No.
So that's what you have to think of. Are you going to be able to put away 32 ounces of this straight by yourself?
As a
Because
one,
I can definitely
yeah.
drink 32 ounces of beer a night.
Sure, easily.
Probably already there tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But of this, I don't think I'd want to.
Really? Okay.
Maybe a tall boy.
Probably just a can. Probably a 12 ounce for me. Even this, what we're drinking here, probably got 6 ounces each. I don't know how. Yeah, 6 ounces each because I filled these our little taster cups to the brim here. I think that's going to be enough for me.
Yeah. Damn.
Unless I was eating something really good to bed. You know, I could actually see, strangely enough, this beer going really well with a Caesar salad.
Interesting choice. Okay. I like it.
I think
I
it'd
could-
be a great balance.
I could see this going well with some really kick-ass, just like evenly glazed wings.
Well, it already has that wing taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's why I'm saying if you're on a health kick, think of having that wing dipped in a little bit of your ranch sauce or a dressing sauce on there, kind of have that cool crispness to balance it out.
Okay. I see
No,
what
I
you're saying.
get
Yeah.
the Caesar salad. I totally get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you get the
Or a salad of your choosing with a Caesar slash
with the
ranch
Caesar, with
based
the Caesar dressing
yeah.
itself. Yes, I totally get that.
Mhm.
I was thinking more in an elevation of one or the other with the chicken.
Yeah, I just think that maybe is a bit of a hat on a hat.
Is it? Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know. I like bacon on my ham sandwich.
Touche. Touche. I guess I'll give you that, and that is definitely a hat on a hat. Yeah. God damn it, you got me there. It got me there.
But that spice though, I'm definitely leaning more towards what you're saying, Jerry.
Mhm.
It's just you can appreciate the beer. It's a good beer. It's a good glass of beer for that night, and then switch on to something else. Because I'm not the biggest fan of heat in my drink.
It's an interesting flavor profile / concept, isn't it? And there are a lot of these beers coming around now. Like I saw one from, I want to say it was, shit, it's one of those gluten-free ones with fish on it. But it was a ghost pepper Sison. Ghost pepper! I want ghost pepper in my beverage. You know, we see a lot of them with jalapeno. We've had some with habanero. Fucking ghost pepper? Ugh. Oh, that's going to fucking sting on both ends coming out. I don't want my dick to be on fire when I piss. Not again.
Not again.
Goddamn.
But it comes to, I think, and maybe it's just the evolution of drink. But when I drink something, anything at least, I wanted my thirst to be quenched.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting that heat. You know?
Right? And
Yeah.
it makes you feel like you need something to follow it up with to get
You need
rid
that
of
chaser.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I don't find the heat to be super off-putting. It's more of a slower kind of burn for me, but it's kind of a really low-key mild. Like I just feel it in the back of my throat.
Exactly. But it stays.
But it resonates,
there.
It stays. Yeah.
Stays.
But I mean, this is the type of beer like you're not really doing a whole lot with. Basically, you're just drinking it to really absorb the whole taste profile. In this case, like you can really eat or do a whole lot with it, in my opinion.
But yeah, it to appreciate the beer, it's easy to do. It's a good beer.
It's a good beer.
It's a good
Absolutely.
beer.
God
All right.
damn.
So we're on 3, we're going to simultaneously say if we would tap it or not. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's great beer. I
it's
love
a good
beer.
beer.
And I think you should drink this. But again,
This is not a tappable beer.
it is not a tappable beer.
You're not going to take this to the lake. You're not going to have it for your tailgate. You know, you're not going to take it to your blood orgy.
No, you're just drinking this beer as a robust beer just to really like try it and like, oh, okay, I need 6 to fucking 18 ounces of this beer, and yeah,
Try something
I'm
different.
good with it.
Appreciate the beer itself.
Yep.
But cannot tap it.
Cannot tap it. Cannot continue to.
Did we
drink
rate it at all? Did we?
Jerry did.
I did. I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Where it's at. I think that's appropriate.
I think it's aptly named. It's
Because it represents itself perfectly. It tells you what it is, and it is what it says it is. And I can never fault a beverage for that.
agreed. Yeah, I'd go for a 3.75 on that one. I can appreciate its complexity, the way that it's representing itself, and just the pure look at detail on this. So 3.75.
And me being not a big Heat fan of my drink, I'm sticking to it 4.0.
Wow.
Yeah, because the complexity and the taste of this beer is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what they did, but
It's a good one to try, and I'm definitely glad we got to try it together.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And I'll tell other people, get a glass of it.
Yep.
Man, for sure. 6 or if you have 5 other people over. So you can each drink one because that's
Right.
it. That's as much as you need.
And really, in this case, it doesn't really meet our protocol of being able to drink it consistently over a long period of time. And so that's
Pretty much
kinda
the
where we're at.
number one rule, right? Is
Yeah.
redrinkability.
Yep.
And we try to phase it based on the season or whatever, but this one doesn't really matter what the season is.
Yeah, it doesn't really particularly. No, it doesn't. I could see it as a spring summer beer sort of beer, but it could be a winter. Just the amount it's warming me up right now.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Okay, so let's move on then. Let's talk about our favorite movie soundtracks.
Favorite movie soundtracks.
And this should be like it's different from scores.
Correct.
We're not going with particular scores that were mastered in a studio with
Specifically for that movie,
Mhm.
like,
Star Wars.
exactly, or
Star
Lord
Wars.
of the Rings, or
Indiana Jones.
Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
which are all phenomenal. They do wonderful things to the movie. They add in all the ways that they should, but it's not a soundtrack.
No,
It's a score.
it's a score.
That's at least our opinion.
That's our opinion of it.
So we're going to talk about soundtracks, which is also kind of difficult, right? Because then, as my thought, is it, a soundtrack? Does it have to be outside sources? Can it be movies? Like if it's a movie based specifically around like a fake band, say Spinal Tap. Does that count as a movie soundtrack, even though it's all that way? No songs, you would find sung by an artist outside of that movie. Same for Scott Pilgrim versus the World or others. So
Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah, there you go. Munchausen by proxy from Yes Man. Exactly. Who really knows? We don't. So we're just going to talk about the ones that we like.
Yep.
So let's see. Vic, you go first. Give us one of your favorite movie soundtracks and why.
All right, so I want to start off strong. One of my favorite movie soundtracks is the movie Baby Driver. This movie it was literally built around the musical choices that Edgar Wright had picked out in this movie. It is comprised. The whole soundtrack is comprised of 30 songs on a 2-disc collection. If you still buy CDs, you would require 2 of them to have today. This is super iconic. I mean, especially in the first scene, he actually created choreography to the particular rhythm and beat of the songs. This is really apparent in the first scene when you see Ansel Egert's character Baby, and he's just in the red Subaru WRX, and he's just dancing and singing along to the song Bell Bottoms by John Spencer and the Blues Explosion. Is just the band that I learned played that song, which is kind of interesting. And he's just moving along like bum bum, just making the wipers go, like going again, like beating the wheel, just waiting for everybody to come out from doing their heist. And it's just fucking fantastic the way that beat plays. But that's a really apparent version of the way that happens. There's a lot of subtle ways he'll actually edit the beats of the scene based on the musical choices that he did. This, like, an example of that would be when the song Deborah starts playing and he meets his love interest, Ansel Egert's character, and he just starts kind of talking to her, and he starts singing that song, Deborah, something 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 Deborah. Like, it was beautiful the way he combined music, choreography, and pacing with this movie.
True work of art. It really was, I think. And he did such a great job, like you said, of the song adding to that moment so much. And this is, I think it's a huge one, but I just don't know if it gets the respect that it deserves, because there are few movies that just the importance of music, especially to Ansel Egert's character Baby, in that it's crazy. I love so much how he has his different iPods for his different genres of music that he'll switch out. That's just it's adorable.
Super.
But the importance of it is there, and he couldn't have done a better job with it. So I love that you brought up Baby Driver.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's even elevated in the sense that Baby Driver has this confidant, this person that he cares for, who is actually deaf, and he creates music in this film. Like, music is such a huge element. It's literally its own character in this film, which also does a job of narrating and connecting you emotionally to the scene, the character, person. It's kind of fantastic in that way.
Well, it's got one of the best original hip hop songs created for a movie of all time too. I'm talking about Run the Jewels featuring Big Boy, Chase Me. God, that is a fucking badass song.
It's fantastic, man.
It's perfect.
It
works
really
out
is.
well. I absolutely love that choice. Great pick.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Great pick. So I'll go with another one that I also don't think gets the credit it deserves, but to me, it's one of the most phenomenal soundtracks. It's a movie based off of a graphic novel, and there were a lot of the songs that it used were actually on pages lyrically of the graphic novel. And I'm talking about Watchmen.
Ooh, nice choice,
play
man.
big here too. Alan Moore was a huge Bob Dylan fan. I fucking love the way they did the music in this one, especially during the beginning of it. So many scenes were helped immensely by the song that was chosen for it, and a lot of them had this crazy contrarian feel to it, where it's a beautiful, fun love song to it, and there's just immense violence happening in the foreground of it. So it's crazy. I just love one. I love the cutscenes where they're pretty much going through the original Minutemen comic on there, and you have Times They Are Changed by Bob Dylan, and it fits just so beautifully with it. And I guess I'll say spoiler alert if you haven't seen Watchmen, but if whatever, if you haven't, I don't even know how to handle you right now. But then the first scene of it is, that phenomenal legendary scene where you see the comedian getting the shit beat out of him by we don't know who, but the song is Unforgettable by Nat King Cole. That's what I'm talking about with the super contrarian aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we get that Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel, Me and Bobby McGee by Janis Joplin, I'm Your Boogeyman, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Billie Holiday, that pretty sexy love scene between Al Mann and Miss Sally Jupiter.
Mm-hmm. Jupiter.
Yeah, how we're doing Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen's version. Later in there, we get Jimi Hendrix All Along the Watchtower.
Yep.
We get Nina Simone in here. It is just, what a soundtrack.
Fucking-
Just alone, if you were to have a playlist of all these songs, you've got a phenomenal playlist regardless of what you're doing.
Oh, straight up, man.
Great
Yeah.
driving music, just great hanging out music, doing your chores, barbecue, whatever. Phenomenal soundtrack. But the way they throw it into this movie, scene by scene, God, it makes a phenomenal movie even better.
Yeah, and this is a prime example of the way music elevates the experience of the scene. Like you said, it's sort of contrary in a lot of the ways to what's happening. Like, as you see this beautiful, dark, aggressive violence occurring, you get this sort of love. Like, to me, it connects the character where you experience their love, especially like Night Owl's character, right? He loves doing this vigilante stuff, and you see that come out with what he's doing. He just loves kicking ass along with Sally Jupiter, and then combined with the music, it elevates it. Like, he fucking loves doing this, and then it's just with this violence element, it's fantastically done. Yeah.
Is it Jupiter or Silk Spectre?
Silk Spectre. Her real name is Sally Jupiter.
Oh, okay.
Her
Yeah.
character
I thought we were looking
is
for the character.
Silk
Okay.
Spectre.
Yeah, no, we were, good
So
call.
the character name was the one I couldn't think of, Paula, so thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it threw me off. I was like, what am I thinking of here?
Thank you. No, because
No.
that was bothering me too. We've had a lot to drink.
it's true. Yeah, good
This
call.
beer gets spicier and spicier the more it warms up.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, it warms up, and it's evolving, which is interesting.
It's a sipping beer.
Super-
anything.
Yeah. What do you got, Paula?
I got a movie that I think a lot of people appreciate the soundtrack. It's just a very fun one. It's one that really created the movie and helped people really accept the characters too. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, GOTG, son.
Well, and I think that's a great choice. And I was glad somebody brought that up because I can't remember the last time a soundtrack came out for a movie, especially a comic book movie, that people were so excited about and was so well received as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Solidly, man.
Oh yeah. It's just so much fucking fun. So much fucking fun. And when you're watching the movie, well, it has all these great songs. So it has the Hooba Chugga song, the Hooba Chugga, Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Suede
Yeah.
Yep.
or Swede. And that's just a song that's been ingrained in pop culture and just different TV shows as well. So to put in the movie and to make it work really good
So
is just
what, F
amazing.
is for Family theme song?
Is it?
One of them. There's a song from Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway,
Okay.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and then they have the Runaways Cherry Bomb. That's classic.
Cherry bomb.
Exactly. Everyone knows at least that part of the song.
Yep.
You got Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye.
Straight up, man. That takes it to a whole nother level.
Classic
right
songs.
Yep.
In the space fucking.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the other
drama?
one is Moon Age Daydream by David fucking Bowie
Mhm,
in there.
mhm.
It's such a great one. What else?
The
is-
Jackson 5.
I Want You
You Back. Wasn't Groot dancing behind that song?
Yes.
Yeah. At the
And then-
classic.
Of course, Ooh Child by, Five Stair Steps.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it's just all these feel good songs connected with the space drama. I don't know.
It's a space opera.
Space opera,
Man.
like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just works really well.
What it was, they did such a good job. James Gunn, man, the way he did that soundtrack, it really has. I mean, there's, again, no more identifiable comic book movie 2 soundtrack than Guardians of the Galaxy. Fucking
Yeah.
changed the game for music with that. And then I love that after the movie was released, if you had an Android phone on Google Music, you could download the album for free.
Yeah, they specifically made that coincide. Like, we want you to understand how important music is in the role of this movie. Once again, like it's almost another character. Quills Walkman is the narrator emotionally for you to watch and connect with this movie. It's fantastic.
You know, even like I think it was Endgame when they brought up, well, it was Drax and Mantis. Where like they're talking to Peter Krill, you know, and they're talking about how the dance off saved the galaxy, and Peter's like trying to downplay it because he realizes it's getting a little bit lame. It's fucking awesome.
It's
The
awesome.
dance off to save the galaxy, and that was how the movie ended. That's how he saved the galaxy. You know, just
The
did the
dance-off.
dance off. You
Yeah.
know,
Fucking great, man. Fucking
and it makes you
great.
think. Well, it also made me think about how these higher beings in space are just like, did they not have music? It's like, is Earth, is Terran, are we just that unique?
It may be, yeah. I don't know. Music is it's interesting the way that it expresses itself. A lot of the times it can be mathematical. So math is sort of a universal language. I think logically you can sort of derive like getting to a musical element in a lot of cases. But sometimes maybe I don't know how aliens work,
Because
man.
they were in
but
the jail and that guard took his Walkman because it was just like, this is dope.
yeah,
You know? And it's just like, do they not have music throughout the rest of the universe?
That's always been an interesting thing to me too. Is with the exception of Star Wars, because the Cantina band,
Hmm.
a lot of space-based sci-fi movies don't seem to have music. It seems to be a very Terran thing, as it were. Part of maybe one of those things that makes humanity special is our love for music and art.
And STDs.
yes, we are known for our STDs.
Mhm. Yes, or STIs as they're now called.
We had to make it more flexible.
But yeah, what is again? Great
Yeah.
choice.
Great choice. Interesting too, like the fact that James Gunn and Edgar Wright, so Edgar Wright, director of Baby Driver, James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, both utilize an incredible soundtrack in their movies. Edgar Wright actually collaborated with James Gunn. Well, he was making Baby Driver and James Gunn was making Guardian of the Galaxy, so they didn't utilize the same music. So kind of an interesting
Wow.
piece. Yeah.
That is interesting. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
That's a fun fact.
What is that? It's a Zune. It holds 300
songs.
300?
I'm like, bro, you travel like the galaxy, and this is what's blowing your mind right now? Good God.
Which makes you think, you know, like they don't have that kind of shit. You
Yeah,
know?
well,
Yeah.
He had a cassette player like for 30 years.
Yeah. Which is amazing that he kept it going.
Yeah, where do you get batteries for
The
that?
tape itself kept
It-
going.
Right. And I love that he kept it so appropriate with the time too. So that was one thing that Edgar Wright had the advantage of being he had 30 plus more years of music to use than James Gunn would have.
Very true. Yeah.
Because he got his, what was it, 8? I can't remember what year it was when Peter Quill got abducted to stop, but mid 80s, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So he had a lot more. I mean, 30 years of music is a lot to work with.
It really
So
is.
a little bit more respect to James Gunn for his ability to pull from a more classic style soundtrack.
Totes. Yeah. Good call.
You know what my favorite classic style soundtrack is?
What's that?
See, look at that not clunky segue.
Nice.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Ooh.
Nice.
Talk about another one where the music is the character of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is. And we have incredibly old songs. I love the Big Rock Candy Mountain by Harry McClintock in the beginning of it. You know, the fact that you now hear Man of Constant Sorrow at fucking bars that somebody's going to pick from the jukebox on there, which is it makes perfect sense. It's
Of course.
phenomenal song. In the jailhouse now, that Tommy, the black guy that sells his soul to the devil to play guitar, can't remember the name of that song he's playing because I'm trying to think of all this by memory right now.
Mhm.
When they're around the campfire, that one's absolutely phenomenal. The siren song, just the music in that movie are amazing.
Fantastic choice, man. Absolutely. Wasn't that movie like it's like a parable of a Greek
Odyssey.
Sorry, yeah,
It's
the
parallel to
Odyssey.
the Odyssey.
Okay,
Mhm.
excellent. Yeah.
And it's amazingly well done too. I mean, the Coen brothers are so fucking gifted,
Dude.
with the way that they do that. And George Clooney, it's the cast of that. There's not a single person that you could have changed in that cast. It's just everybody did their part so well, especially the main bits with George Clooney. Oh God, what's his name from Roseanne? I love him.
John
Goodman.
Kent. Oh, Goodman. Yeah. John Candy,
You
John
know, and the
Goodman.
rest of the supporting cast, whose name I can't remember, around George Clooney. But I love that movie. That movie fucking, it's one of those, like, I don't know if I want to say life-changing movies, but it's pretty fucking close. Great story.
Dude, great pick, man. Yeah, that movie highlights music in such an amazing way. It was really, once again, elevates the whole story right there. And that's what we're trying to go for here with our soundtrack choices. So nice pick, bro. Nice
Well
pick.
done. Well done. Well done.
You got something, Paul?
Well done. Well done.
It's been done well.
Done well.
Yeah.
So I was talking to the boys about this before we even started the cast, and we were saying that how we're gonna have a whole episode about this, but I had to put it out there just because it's just part of all of our childhoods. The Lion King.
Nice. Went Disney on us, huh?
I mean, there's so many Disney songs that we can do, so many movies that we can take from, but The Lion King really sticks out to me.
It's a good choice, man. Which song in particular?
I feel like I have to pee.
Okay, after this. You go.
All right. Oh, with the Lion King. Okay, so mainly Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
I feel like that transcends just almost any language as well. Like no matter what country you're in, people are like Hakuna Matata.
Everybody knows.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows.
I thought for sure it'd be "Can You Feel the Love Tonight."
Oh, that as well. I
Ooh,
mean,
That is a beautiful
I
song.
mean, come
though.
on,
It
come
really
on.
is.
I just can't wait to be king.
There we go.
There
Thank
it
you.
is.
You
Mhm.
took it
Okay.
right out of my mouth. My favorite Disney movie soundtrack, and maybe it's just because I love the movie so much. A lot of people might think Aladdin, but it's actually Lilo and Stitch
Huh.
because all the
Nice.
Elvis.
No.
Nice.
Elvis.
Mhm.
Nice.
And it's again such a big part of Lilo's character in there, her love for Elvis and music, and how it helps actually her and Stitch come together. I just love that.
It's fucking adorable, dude.
love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is a great pick, bro.
Yeah. So Disney movies in general, but I love that Lion King is your favorite. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I'm thinking of an Elton John song. It's fucking El Dorado, man. I fucking
Oh,
love that song,
nice.
El Dorado.
Nice.
Is
Yeah.
Tarzan Disney?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Phil Collins and
Mhm.
NSYNC. Another
Yep.
great
Yeah,
song.
another great one, bro.
I would say, even though Lion King is my favorite Disney soundtrack, my favorite Disney song is A Whole New World.
Ah,
It really is.
straight
It really
up
is.
Aladdin.
I'm gonna
dude.
sing that to my daughter if I get a daughter. I'm just gonna boom.
Oh,
Every night you go to bed.
There it is.
Fucking
That's so
A.
sweet.
Fucking A.
Yeah,
I
that's,
love that.
that's fantastic, dude. 100% agree.
Great choice. Okay, we're going to take another break real quick, and then we're going to come back and talk more about soundtracks because I'm enjoying this.
Peace.
Where are we at?
Yeah,
1 hour 11 minutes.
Okay, we got to start wrapping that up. So let's come back. We'll each pick one more. If you got one more, even though I have way more than one, but we're going to have to call it on one, and then we'll finish up then.
Gotcha. That's spices.
Yep, Rachel Dennis has Aladdin.
Okay. No, right on.
I appreciate the support.
Little market shit.
Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
How's no one brought up Wedding Singer? Because there's so many that are going to get left out. Because we got to be at, 80 minutes for Spotify? I don't know if we're going to be able to finish in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we have a whole beer to drink.
Because we got at least one movie more, a beer, and a wrap up on there.
Yep.
That's pushing it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Cat and Ronnie in space. Never do. And Rachel and Matt and E-Rock. Thanks for watching. And people on YouTube, if there's any. There's not any. Yeah, that song that Robin sang on Teen Titans Go, man, I cracked the fuck up. And then Brian was like, my son loves that song. And I was like, nice.
Oh, Muir?
Yeah.
Nice. I am really intrigued about this beer, gentlemen. Oh, this beer's getting this Bear Island one is getting harder to drink.
Yeah, I had to drink mine fast because the way the temperature was causing the beer to evolve. Got it done.
Oh, yeah, good call. It's fucking. It's like,
So, technically, here's where we're at. 80 minutes.
So that's why I'm saying this is difficult because I want us each to do one more movie, The Bear, in our What Have You Been Jerking It To?
Right. So that really kind of puts us at an hour and a half, essentially. 20 minutes.
Is it a hard 80 on Spotify?
Well,
Or is it mostly under 200 megabytes?
Yeah, it's like 80 minutes, 200 megabytes. The deal, though, is the bit rate is important for them, so that changes the girth of the file size. So I'll have to play with it. It'll depend, but it seemed to have ported over all of our podcasts already. So
And there we have.
we have a ton that are over.
All of them are almost over that. Okay, all right.
So I feel it's flexible, essentially.
Okay. But are we good with one more movie each?
Yeah.
Or do you guys have to talk about more than one movie?
I don't.
No.
I mean, I already said 2 movies I really wanted to talk
You got
about.
the two.
I got Kill Bill still.
Because I almost think, Kill Bill's almost like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
In general, yeah.
Yeah, I had like Tarantino
Pulp Fiction,
movies, Pulp
too.
Fiction,
Yeah.
Jackie Brown. Fucking
exactly.
Pulp Fiction was on mine. So yeah.
And, because like I said, I still have Without a Paddle, which I can take off. That's fine. Rockstar, I guess I can take that one off. Big Lebowski, I guess I can take that one off.
Who are you going to talk about then?
Queen of the Damned, I guess I can take that one off. But the one I will not take off is Forrest Gump. I have to talk about Forrest Gump.
Fair.
But I also got School of Rock, which I think is a good, decent conversation piece for
Right.
too.
Hmm.
Mostly because the Led Zeppelin story on
Yeah.
how important that was.
Absolutely. Shit. Yeah, I'm trying to think too. I want to go with a Tarantino myself. I'd like to go with Jackie Brown, but if you want to do a Tarantino film, I'm more than willing to let you do that, and you can just sort of have that piece. I have some bits I can add to it, and then I have Scott Pilgrim versus the World because it's kind of interesting. That film.
So why don't we? Because didn't you have Scott Pilgrim too?
I mean, he and I can
Or
just go
no?
together. It
So
really
why don't we
doesn't
just
matter.
do that? Let's come back and we'll do a quick thing with Tarantino movies. And
Okay.
Let's just do Tarantino movies.
Okay.
You can go Jackie Brown. You can do Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, whatever.
Okay.
I don't. It doesn't matter. So I'll even leave that out. But we can just say, and he also did great Pulp Fiction. Just he's great with music, but specifically this one and this one.
Okay.
And then you guys can do your part with it. So yeah, bring us back. Do that.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I'm cool with that. Beer. Pop that first.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pop it.
that,
Talk
pop it.
about Quentin. We should, you and me, get to talking about the beer. Go back to you.
Wait, so are you doing beer or Quentin first?
Let's do beer, but we'll keep the review super short.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll just let's drink it, review it. Let's not spend more than 5 minutes on it, and then we'll go into Paul and I talking about Tarantino films. Sound good?
Perfect.
I gotta like cleanse my palate.
Yeah, dude. I know. I'm glad I brought out some water on this one.
Right. Yeah, that fucking the spice lord on that one. Okay. All right, coming back. I'm bringing this back, and then we're gonna do this beer. Okay, who's this by? I forget.
Oh, Belching Beaver.
Okay, gotcha.
Interdimensional Drift.
Here we go. Coming back in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to the episode of Brewnomics number 85. I hope you're enjoying the show. I hope you've learned something from this last ad that we've given you. We're going to take a quick break from what we've been doing, talking about movie soundtracks, the ones that we love, and we're going to start talking about this beer that we have. It is Interdimensional Drift by a One Belching Beaver. Jerry has a very interesting reaction to this beer. Jerry, tell me about what you're thinking.
Gosh, just by the smell right away, there is a lot going on with this, and the color, motherfuckers! Look at the color on this.
Holy shit.
It is a ruby red.
Ruby, purple almost even. So this interdimensional ale is a wild ale with boysenberries. That describes the color right there,
Ooh.
and black currants. I don't know what a currant, Currant, currants.
I don't either.
It's only 5.7%, but definitely a lot going on. And I bought this 100% based off of the label. It is so cool looking.
It looks super dope. Yeah, describe it. Sort of this 1980s
Paul, you described
electronica
it.
geometry to it.
I like what would you say? Eutronica geometry?
Electronica 1980s geometry. Yeah.
Completely with the background. Yeah, it's like he's going through a warp, like a wormhole. It looks like an astronaut going through a wormhole, essentially.
There you go. But it's like a wormhole on both sides of them.
Yep, he's coming in. He's going. It's a very small wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Just a man-sized wormhole.
But for me, it's that it's a man-sized. Damn. Well done. He's drifting. He was in what was it, Sunset Coyote?
Oh yeah.
And now he's lost.
And now-
He's lost in his own drift.
Yeah, he rode Sunset Coyote into the Pacific Rim where he went into the Pacific. Oh god,
It is quite amazing though. I kind of want this on a t-shirt or maybe a poster and just like trip acid with this or something.
Dude, it's
Just the
super
way
dope.
it looks.
Yeah, it's super dope, man.
What does it say on its website? Victor.
Oh yeah, so Interdimensional Drift. Our cellar team exhaustively combed our extensive barrel collection to find the perfect blend to highlight the dark, jammy flavors of boysenberries and black currants. The search was arduous, but we feel the final beer is full of dark fruit aromas and flavor with the signature Belching Beaver tartness to really provide a well-rounded gem of beer. We think you'll agree.
Beautiful. Okay. What do you guys think? Smell it. Taste it. Put it in your butt.
Definitely, I think Belching Beaver is right, and I didn't realize this, but they must have a signature sour strain that they're utilizing with this their sour Brett.
It is not overly sour though. It's definitely got some sour tartitude to it. I like that tartitude. But it's good. So this is a cellarable beer, which is why I got this one. This was, I believe, $12.99 for the bottle.
And this is 12.
It's a little bit more than a 12 ounce. Let me force it.
It is a seasonal beer.
It is a seasonal release. It's 12.7 fluid ounces. What a random ounceage.
Yeah, why did they get 0.7 extra ounces on that? It's bizarre.
That is curious. There you go. So pretty much $1 an ounce.
Huh, not bad. Actually, really not bad at all.
It's pretty expensive for
Well,
a 12-ounce beer.
For a beer that's designed to be cellared in that
That's true.
case.
It is,
So,
and that's why I got it. And especially you could tell, like, if you feel the label, they put some work into that. That's not a shitty, like, it's pretty good looking. It's got like that sheen to it. So a lot went into this. The fact that it's a sour on top of that, which is always more of an expensive beer to begin with. No, I'm definitely a fan of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, looking at the untapped stats, it says 5.7% alcohol by volume, no IBUs. It's sitting at an average rating of 3.89. That's derived from 142 ratings total. So, it's a very high rated beer.
That's a good one. And part of the reason I got this one is I love boysenberries.
It's a good
It's a
jam.
good jam. It's a good syrup. You ever get some boysenberry syrup on your pancakes or your waffle? God damn it, it's good. I love me some boysenberry. This is a really good beer. I'm glad I picked this up, especially with it being seasonal. You got to get it while you can.
It is since it is a little shocking to my palate since we've been drinking a lot of different ales, and then this one
Yeah.
shows up and it's like, damn,
Hello.
hi, I'm here.
Yeah, it definitely makes its presence known.
Yeah, that color though, beautiful ruby color,
Gorgeous beer.
combined with that beautiful tartness. I would rate this beer a 3.75.
Good rating.
Well done.
What would you rate it, Paula?
This is a type of tartness I'm looking for in my sour.
Okay.
I do love the way it does kick me. It does kind of kick me. It kicks you back. You know, from the swallow to like maybe the tip of your tongue. It's just like there's a little bit of kickback there for me.
Yep.
From your big boy toes to your big boy
Feet.
Wait,
Wait.
big boy head to your big boy feet.
Yep.
Damn it, fucked it up.
Get into your booster seat.
Your big boy head to your big boy feet.
There you go. Brewnomics. I like this beer. I love everything you guys have said is exactly the way I feel. 3.75, exactly what I wrote down after just sipping on this, letting it sit and sipping on it again. It's I feel like for anybody else outside from us or people who maybe drink the beer that we like, they would probably not like this.
Yeah, this is not for your light of heart or anybody getting into craft beer as a whole. And so, yeah, this is definitely a seasoned craft beer drinker's
Has
beer.
some time. You know, you're in your big boy pants now.
Yep. You're like, you know what? I've tried
Maybe
a lot of
your
IPAs. I've tried a lot of
Space pants.
lagers. I've tried a lot of interesting hibiscus tasting flavored beers. I'm going to try the sour ale. You got to work up to this beer, is what we're saying.
Also, your kids would confuse this with juice. Do not put this around your kids.
They would.
For sure.
Yeah, this is not your Welch's grape.
I really like this. I said I like the boysenberry. I don't know what a black currant is, but it seems to be tasty. I think I would give this a 4.
Ooh.
He said
Look
I
at
enjoy
you.
it. It is super aggressive. It lets you know it's there. Like I said, it kicked down the door when it walks into the party. But I like that guy. I want to hang out with him.
It's that guy who walks in and all of a sudden you hear the Bloodhound Gang. You know?
Sweat, baby, sweat, baby. Sex is a Texas trout.
Wow, you smothered.
But no, I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this. I wish it weren't so expensive because I'd like to drink it again, but I don't know how often I'm going to spend $13 for a beer. But I'm glad I did at least the once.
Well, yeah, and I'm curious to see, like, after cellaring it for a year, I wonder how it would change. So it's like you'd have to really buy this beer twice, and so just to drink it to see how it would taste right off the bat, and then cellaring it for like a year or so, just to see where it is.
It would be curious to see if that made a difference or not.
Yeah, I wonder if it calm it down just a little bit.
I think so.
Or spice it up.
Or yeah, because that means the Brettanomyces have time to just really eat a whole lot of that yeast.
Okay.
And those sugars. God, yeah, that is biting me in the face. All right, let's move on. Let's go over some of our last picks for awesome movie soundtracks. Now, Paul and I were talking a little bit before the break, and we had mentioned Quentin Tarantino films. Quentin Tarantino, in my opinion, has a very signature and distinct choice when it comes to music in his films. Would you agree, Paul?
I agree.
Yeah, he chooses music that really, once again, as I've been saying, elevates the scene as well as just really brings a whole other nature, almost another dynamic, maybe another character to any film or any particular scene. One in general that I think of when I think of Quentin Tarantino films is Jackie Brown. And the musical choice in this movie that I remember most often, and I think most people do, is Across 110th Street by, who's it? By Bobby Womack. This music like kind of changed my life when I saw this film. Now, this film, if you're unfamiliar with it, is basically Jackie Brown is she's a flight attendant put in a very bizarre and particular situation where she's forced to choose between like, yeah, I can make a whole bunch of money or I might die. And so that's all I'm going to give you if you haven't seen it. It's a fantastic movie, but this film has the musical soundtrack Across 110th Street, and it just really is fantastic. Like it's in the credits at the very end of the movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And it just really highlights the entirety of the movie and the path that Pam Grier takes in this movie. It's fucking awesome.
Funny enough, that was actually my first QT movie.
Was it?
Yeah,
Nice. I love
Really?
Jackie
in high
Brown, man.
school. Hmm.
Interesting. Mine
Very
was
cool.
Pulp Fiction,
Was it? Yeah. I think that would
which
be.
is another great soundtrack, but that's not what we're talking about.
Mm-mm.
And we can. My QT movie that I'm choosing with the phenomenal soundtrack is Kill Bill. Now this can maybe be borderline with like a score, but a lot of the music, like I want to say at least 75% of the music is from different artists. After seeing the movie, I went out and bought the CD. And listening to the soundtrack, you just imagine it's chronologically in order.
Awesome.
You can just listen to the CD and just imagine the movie. And one of my favorite songs this is during the time of, I believe, like Napster or LimeWire or whatever that shit was, whatever gave your computer to shit ton of viruses, was Woohoo from the 5, 6, 7, 8s. Woohoo, woohoo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm
That's
just
rad.
like, I need this song. I need this song. I need to wake up to it. I need to shower to it. I need to do. I need to live my life by this song.
It was a very peaking, like
Yeah.
alerting song. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Right on.
And then if you listen to the soundtrack itself to Kill Bill, you will hear the origin stories of the different. Damn it! Now I can't remember the assassins.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ren
okay.
Yashishi. Other people at this moment that I
And
can't remember.
others.
Killed Black Mamba.
Yeah. Yeah, the assassins.
But that's what I'm
bride.
talking about, though. When that particular soundtrack, you just listen to the CD, the soundtrack, and you're watching the movie. It's kind of like, and I'm just gonna put this out there real quick. Death Proof.
Yeah.
I bought that soundtrack too, and you already see the movie in your head.
The one that got, and I'm glad you brought up Death Proof, because I was going to say that one of my all-time favorite like songs to the moment in the movie is from Death Proof, that lap dance to Down in Mexico.
Oh man,
With the Toasters?
Iconic.
Yeah, by the
Yeah,
Coasters,
dude.
yeah.
I went and like went out of my way to look that song up after I saw that scene. I was like, this is fucking amazing.
It
Good
just
choice.
shows, everything that we've been saying already is that he just knows how to put the scene and the characters and the music together to really enhance your experience.
Absolutely, man. Another signature song that came out from the Kill Bill movies was Battle Without Honor by was it Tomohatsu Yen or something like that? It's just that iconic song that's been in every like movie ever since. It's been parodied several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like bum 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 dun 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 dun. Just fucking puts you in the moment. You're like, I'm fucking doing this, man.
You're
Like,
waking up.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
do you guys know who the main consultant was for the music on Kill Bill?
I do not.
It was the RZA.
Oh,
was the fucking RZA.
It was the
shit.
fucking
It was the
RZA, yo.
fucking RZA.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Which is partly why it's so
Damn.
goddamn fucking great, is because it's the RZA. Wu-Tang!
Wu-Tang.
Woo fucking tang.
God damn, man. So
Well done.
I did locate a little bit of a quote of how Quentin actually chooses his songs, and this was quoted from Quentin Tarantino a while back. It says, more or less, the way my method works is you have to find the opening credit sequence first. That starts it off for me. I find the personality of the piece through music that it's going to be in. It is the rhythm of the film. Once I know I want to do something, then it is a simple matter of me diving into my record collection and finding the songs that give me the rhythm of the movie. So that is how he particularly processes how he chooses
fucking
films.
love to see his record collection.
It's got to be fantastic.
Especially with the music that he chooses. Oh, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. One quick shout out that I want to give before I kind of finish into my final ultimate favorite here, because I would be remiss not to bring up School of Rock,
Nice.
which is just it's a decent, yeah, it's an okay movie actually, and that's almost why I didn't bring it up, is because I'm really not a huge fan of it. I do love Jack Black. I love how it brings out the importance of rock and roll, because I think it is very important. I think it changed and directed a lot of American culture, European culture, British culture. It's very important to history. So I love that there's a movie with Jack Black that try to do that a lot of justice, and it pulls a great soundtrack to it. But one of my favorite things that it did is it's, I think, the second movie ever to have a Led Zeppelin song in it. It was
No
Black
shit.
Dog by Led Zeppelin, because Robert Plant's notoriously stingy for letting his music out into soundtracks, commercials, whatever. At least he was at the time. But Jack Black kind of went to Robert Plant and he's like, look, man, I'm making a movie about rock and roll, and I cannot have a complete movie about rock and roll without Led Zeppelin. And so Robert Plant was, all right, you got me, Jack, and let him use it. And then since then, we've seen Led Zeppelin quite a bit in movies and commercials, but we wouldn't if it weren't for Jack Black breaking down that barrier for Robert Plant.
That's fantastic, man. Great
Wow.
story.
Yeah. Wow.
Do you guys got any other movies you want to mention? Because I think we're getting about time to wrap up on this.
I think I'm good right now. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at right there for now. I'm sure there are things that movie soundtracks we didn't mention. Please feel free to let us know in the comments and whatever media that you are
Well, I got one more.
consuming this.
Because
Oh,
like that was a temporary one. So I've held this one off for the last, because to me it's the single greatest soundtrack of all time. It's not even close to anything else. It's far above the rest, especially when it comes to the way the movie or the music adds to the movie, as far as the movie goes, as far as music goes, as far as storytelling goes, as far as filmography goes. It changed my way of my life in every single one of those ways. And I'm talking about Forrest Gump.
ooh, that's right.
I mean, the soundtrack is actually 34 songs long, and it was another one of those 2-disc ones that was required with it. The soundtrack is great, but again, the way they did the music to the scene. I love that Vietnam era rock and roll. I think it's one of the best eras of rock and roll. It has such a phenomenal use of All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix in it. When he's running and he does the You Can Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. I mean, when they use the Doors, Simon and Garfunkel, I could go on and on and on. But Forrest Gump, to me, is the single greatest movie soundtrack ever made. Hands down. And one of the greatest movies ever made.
Absolutely, man. It's that movie happens over so many stages of history, and they pick music from each and every one of those stages that highlights every scene in Forrest Gump. Man, that is a fantastic choice. Great, great pick.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Now.
Let's wrap up. Now we'll wrap up.
Yeah, what have you guys been watching, reading, doing, playing? Jerking it too?
Oh, me personally, not much. Been watching Titans on the DC streaming app, which has been fantastic. I did begrudgingly watch X-Men: Dark Phoenix. You're right, that movie's straight garbage. I just had to see for myself.
Straight garbage.
Straight garbage, hot garbage,
Hot garbage.
hot garbage.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I had a pretty busy week, so I didn't have much time to watch much. I did watch a little bit of Disenchantment Season 2.
Oh,
Started
yeah.
up on Netflix. Watched the first few episodes. It's really good so far. I think it's already off to a better start than the second season. But that's pretty much all I got. Nothing too terribly exciting.
Yeah, been a real easy week. How about you, PK?
You know what I do. You know what I see. You know what I watch. I've been, again, honestly, nothing much as you guys, man. I've been looking for a place to live. So the Brew Crew wants to throw me out there like a 1-bedroom. Let me know. But I've been catching up on Letterkenny on
Yeah,
Hulu,
okay.
and it's fucking
I
amazing.
keep getting told I need to watch that. I watched like the first 2 episodes and I did enjoy it, but then I got distracted and haven't gone back. So maybe one day I will. Maybe.
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 All right. You guys got anything else good for the Brew Tang clan, the Brew Crew?
I think I'm good, Brutane Clan. You are not nothing to fuck with. So
Nothing to fuck with.
that's you.
All right. Well, as always, make sure you check out us on all things social media at Brewnomics. Join our Facebook group at Brewnomics Brew Crew for fun posts and memes and things you can share. Buy a friend a beer. Be a good person. Until next week, I'm Jerry.
Paula.
And I am the one Vic.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hot damn.
All right.
Warm.
Yep. We are out.
It hasn't got this warm in this room. It's fucking wild, man.
Thanks for watching, guys. I had to restart that, but yeah.